If New Jeans really does leave HYBE, then that would be the best thing to happen all year. Isn't it just amazing that every time I disappear for a week, some new foolishness pops off? It's like this circus of an entertainment industry can't let anyone get a break. What a mess, what a mess. But hey, here we are again. Rosaries, both the old and the new. Welcome to the channel where everyone loves to hate. And since K-pop's getting boring, why not stir the pot for no reason by sharing my unpopular opinions that nobody wants to hear? Let's dive in. A wise man once said you can't win an argument against a fool, just like trying to win a debate with a fecking snowflake. If New Jeans really does leave HYBE, then that would be the best thing to happen all year. Seriously, these girls and Min Hee-jin have done nothing but create endless chaos, and it's exhausting. What I don't get is how fans have collective amnesia, brushing off all the shady things they've done and acting like everything is just peachy. Stans are out here pretending they're oblivious to how messed up the situation is. New Jeans isn't innocent, and it's about time people stop pretending they are. Also, if New Jeans had any ounce of decency, they would have stepped away from this drama a long time ago instead of dragging it out with Min Hee-jin's games. Instead, they're right there with her, pulling the strings and stirring the pot. This isn't about being a hater or some die-hard HYBE loyalist. People are just fed up with their antics and the non-stop drama. Why is it so hard for New Jeans to get a clue and distance themselves from someone who clearly has no problem with burning bridges left and right? They're clinging to a sinking ship, all because they're too wrapped up in their own ego to see the damage they're causing. And let's talk about the so-called evidence they showed. It's all baseless claims and crocodile tears. HYBE's internal documents only highlighted their own shady practices, but they didn't vindicate New Jeans or Min Hee-jin, yet fans ate it up like it was gospel truth. And the bunnies? A different breed of gullible, I swear. If New Jeans really despised HYBE as much as they claim, they'd be gone already instead of endlessly whining about it while still reaping the perks. Either leave and pay up or stop the fake outrage. This situation is a joke, and the worst part is that fans just let it happen, supporting New Jeans like they're saints. People calling them out are doing it because they're tired of the hypocrisy. We're just asking for some basic accountability here. New Jeans, if you're so uncomfortable with the company that literally put you on the map, then prove it, leave. No more hints, no more empty threats, just do it. At this point, if you're still blindly supporting them, you're part of the reason why K-pop stans will never be taken seriously. It's time to stop giving New Jeans and Min Hee-jin free passes and start demanding they either clean up their act or step aside. Simple as that. Alright, let's talk about how Cookielit is out here acting like they're the voice of reason when in reality, they're just spreading lies and causing chaos. I can't believe people still take this channel seriously, especially with the blatant bias they put out there. Their subscribers are acting like they're all for the truth, but they're too blinded to see the actual manipulation. The whole situation with Min Hee-jin and HYBE is a perfect example. Before any facts came out, Cookielit already chose Min Hee-jin's side and painted HYBE as the villain. And it wasn't just some casual opinion, it was propaganda. They were pushing that narrative hard, trying to convince their audience that HYBE was the bad guy with no real evidence to back it up. Then, let's talk about that video with Illit and New Jeans. Cookielit really went all in on trying to create this fake rivalry by pointing out every little thing they could to create drama. Similar poses? Similar dance moves? Wearing handbox? Are we really arguing over that? They were looking for anything to make a war between fans of the two groups, and that's just disgusting. They even did the same thing with Le Sserafim too by telling their audience that Le Sserafim received preferential treatment from HYBE, purposefully creating fan wars between Frnets and bunnies. What really gets under my skin, though, is how they paint Min Hee-jin like she's some sort of hero in this whole mess. They They make it look like she's standing up for New Jeans when in reality, she's fighting for her own pockets. But they don't tell you that part. Cookielit twists everything to fit their narrative. Then there's their so-called revelations about HYBE's internal documents. Cookielit twisted everything to make HYBE look like they were out to destroy Kim Garam's career for the sake of attention for Le Sserafim. Seriously? HYBE had every reason to keep Garam around as they'd already invested in her. Cookielit has no clue how business works, but convinces their followers that HYBE purposefully threw Garam under the bus. HYBE didn't even want to get rid of Garam. Netizens wanted her gone because of the bullying scandal where they didn't have a shred of proof to prove that she was an actual bully. HYBE's job wasn't perfect, but that's on the public's backlash, not some wild corporate conspiracy. And let's not ignore Cookielet's obsession with spinning Min Hee-jin's narrative. They twist every bit of information to present her and New Jeans as these poor, wronged angels up against the big bad HYBE. But come on, Min Hee-jin and New Jeans aren't innocent in all this. Min Hee-jin brought corporate drama to the forefront, allegedly sold company secrets, and held a press conference to dodge accusations and distract from her own sketchy actions. New Jeans' parents, instead of keeping things professional, backed their kids' entitlement in the most public way possible. The New Jeans got themselves involved in corporate drama, made unnecessary demands they has no business making, Hanny's allegations of being bullied and mistreated with no evidence, and attended the National Assembly just to make herself look even worse. Then her and Minji joked about it on a live stream that got on a lot of people's nerves. They kept siding with Min Hee-jin in spite of the other groups who have suffered thanks to their quote-unquote mother. There's this article that came out recently that shed light on the whole situation. New Jeans, in a crazy move, actually sent a certified letter to their agency, Adore, demanding corrections to what they called contract violations. These issues included an apology for dismissive remarks toward Hanny, removal of unauthorized content, better promotion for their albums, resolution of creative disputes with the production team, and, most importantly, they wanted Min Hee-jin to come back as CEO. They even warned that if these issues weren't resolved within 2 weeks, they might terminate their contracts. Can you believe that? Now, Cookielit wants to act like HYBE is this evil corporation for doing their job when New Jeans and their parents are making demands that they were never in a position to make. And what do? They paint Min Hee-jin and New Jeans as innocent victims. It's sickening, honestly. Cookielit isn't reporting, they're just playing favorites and spreading lies for views. They don't care about the truth. They care about making drama. And don't even get me started on the video they did about Taeyong supposedly being mistreated by HYBE. No evidence. Just another clickbait tactic to get views, all while making it seem like they're doing the right thing. But let me tell you something, you're no better than the corporation you're so desperate to criticize. At this point, Cookielit is just a content farm full of crap. They push agendas with no actual facts, and people still buy it. Wake up! If anyone's still out here believing Cookielet's twisted versions of the truth, you need to step back and actually think for yourself. This isn't journalism. This isn't truth. This is manipulation disguised as exposing the truth, and it's time for people to see it for what it really is. Le Sserafim are not HYBE's princesses. Just because they were HYBE's first fourth-gen girl group doesn't mean they're getting special treatment. It's pretty simple, they get the same promotions, brand deals, and sponsorships as the other groups under the company, except From is 9. That's how it works for any successful group in a big agency. Le Sserafim might get a lot of attention, but so do the others like New Jeans, who are doing just as well in their own lane. Stans love to act like there's some secret favoritism going on just because their group isn't getting the same spotlight. Why would HYBE pick one group over the others when they're all successful in their own way? It's all about business, not favoritism. So, enough with the nonsense. Le Sserafim might be getting the spotlight now, but they're no more special than anyone else under HYBE. It's 2024 and y'all should have known better. It honestly blows my mind how much people still underestimate K-pop's popularity, acting like their faves are as big as they think they are. The reality is, most Westerners look at K-pop like it's some kind of joke, treating it like it's not real music compared to Western stuff. And let's not even talk about how they've mocked K-pop stans for years, like it's okay to belittle a whole culture of fans who love what they love. Even though Western artists love to jump on collaborations with K-pop acts, the truth is, K-pop still isn't given its due recognition. It's not even considered a proper category at the Grammys. How much more blatant can you get? And honestly, why does anyone care so much about this nonsense? These music award shows are a joke. They've been rigged and biased for how long now? If you want to save your sanity, stop giving them the power over you. Just stop watching, stop supporting the show. It's that simple. Put your energy into something that actually matters, like supporting the artists you genuinely care about. The Grammys don't deserve your time. They're irrelevant. Stop letting them control the narrative. How the hell can anyone body shame Jennie for being flat? Seriously, imagine being so insecure that you have to tear down a healthy, beautiful woman because her body doesn't meet your warped standards. It's honestly disgusting. The fact that some people think they have the right to judge someone's body, especially someone like Jennie, who's a straight-up veteran, just blows my mind. It's so toxic. Maybe if you guys weren't so damn judgmental, idols wouldn't feel like they have to go to such extreme lengths to look perfect for your delusional standards. But no, instead, you sit there, thinking it's okay to criticize her, when the reality is, she's absolutely gorgeous the way she is. If you can't see that, then maybe it's you who's the problem. You're just a blind, insecure hater projecting your issues onto someone who's thriving. Jennie doesn't need to meet your ridiculous standards. She's perfect as she is, and if you can't understand that, maybe it's time to take a long look in the mirror and fix your own self-esteem issues. Stop trying to bring others down to make yourselves feel better. A high-end stage presence is just fine, so let's not turn this into some Jennie Lazy Scandal 2.0. Just because she's not out here dancing like a maniac in YouTube shorts doesn't mean she's lazy or sad. Seriously, stop with that nonsense. When you watch her actual music show performances, she's full of energy, always in sync with her members, and giving it her all. Yes, Ahayan has an amazing stage presence. She's constantly bringing that energy, that life to every single performance. The problem was that some stans started noticing that she was going a little overboard and starting to outshine the others. So when the criticism came in, she took it to heart and toned it down to match the group's vibe, and now everything looks much more synchronized. And let's be clear, the point of the criticism was to help her improve, not tear her down. If Ahayan was performing solo, dancing full out, singing loud, no one would care that much. But she's in a group. And in a group, you have to match the energy of the other members. That's exactly what she's trying to do. So let's not turn this into a witch hunt just because she's adjusting to the group dynamic. She shouldn't go back to over-exaggerated dancing and singing. That would be too much. Instead, she should focus on continuing to be a strong team player and making sure the whole group shines together. Why are people acting like it's a big deal that Lisa is playing a servant in The White Lotus? Seriously, what did you expect? That she'd land some huge, important role with zero acting experience? That's not how it works. Everyone has to start somewhere. It's perfectly fine to take on a smaller role when you're just starting out. Not everyone gets a breakout role on their first try, and expecting Lisa to land some major character just because she's a star in K-pop is completely unrealistic. Honestly, it's not like I even thought she'd get some massive role in The White Lotus to begin with. She's been focused on being an artist, not an actress. So the fact that she even got the opportunity to step into acting is a win in itself. It's all about her skills and whether she's suited for a particular role, and if this is where she's starting, so be it. People need to stop acting like she's being typecast or something. She's literally building her career, and that takes time. If you're going to hate on her for taking the first step, you're just being petty. Let her work and see where it goes. It honestly frustrates me to see how some main vocalists are constantly held back by their group's concept instead of being allowed to showcase their actual vocal abilities. I mean, what's the point of having these incredible voices if they're being shoved into songs that don't even suit them? It's like they're being forced into a box that doesn't match their true potential. You can hear it when the voice is struggling to fit into a concept that doesn't play to its strengths, and it's just not fair to the idol. Why is it that the vocalists who have the most talent are often the ones who end up in songs that don't even highlight what they can do? I get it. Groups have their concepts and brands to stick to, but at what cost? These artists have so much more to offer, and it's honestly painful to watch them hold back because they're stuck doing tracks that don't showcase their full range. It's like we're all getting cheated out of what could be a killer performance just because of some concept they have to stick to. They deserve better. The constant pressure on idols to maintain dangerously low weights is honestly ruining their vocal performances. It's not even a secret. Some of these idols would sound so much better if they were allowed to keep a healthier weight. But no, the industry's obsession with an unrealistic body standard forces them into these extreme diets and intense weight control, and you can actually hear the damage it does to their voices. We all know being underweight isn't just bad for your body, it messes with your vocal cords too. Idols who are literally starving themselves, who have to constantly monitor their weight, are putting so much stress on their bodies, and it shows in their singing. It's frustrating to watch because it's not about their talent, it's about a system that values appearances over health and performance. The saddest part is that if they were allowed to be healthy, to focus on their voice and not their body, they'd sound so much better. But instead, they're forced to sacrifice their health just to fit this one standard, and it's ruining their potential. When will the industry stop prioritizing a number on the scale and start actually caring about the idol's well-being? Disbanding isn't always some tragic event like everyone tries to make it out to be. Sometimes it's actually a relief, especially when you see how much better some members can do as soloists. Some groups put out amazing work together, but the moment they go their separate ways, they absolutely thrive. They're finally free from the constraints of group dynamics and can create the kind of music that truly suits them. But here's the thing, there's this insane pressure in the industry to keep groups together, even when it's clear that some members would do better on their own. You can see it in their music, you can hear it in their performances. Some of these idols are stuck in groups that limit them, and when they finally go solo, it's like a whole new world opens up for them. They're not chained to a concept they don't fit anymore. They get to explore their true potential. Honestly, why should we be sad when a group disbands if it means the members can finally do what they love and be successful on their own terms? Sometimes disbanding is the best thing for everyone. Phew, what the actual hell? I swear I'm done for now. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Remember, we all think differently, so don't take these opinions to heart for once. If you actually enjoyed this video, then go ahead and like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell, rosaries, so you don't miss out on more of this. I'll see you next time and bye.